Hey everyone, I'm Mary Beth McAndrews from Dread Central, and I am here today with actor Casper Van Dien, star of Daughter, and you've also seen him in so many other movies. How are you?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited to chat with you about Daughter, pretty awesome, surprising cult movie that's out. But I wanted to hear first from you about a little bit about your character father and tell the audience a little bit more about what he's all about.
Well, Father is very pleased that you like the movie.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
So that makes me happy. I'm always looking for another daughter.
Oh
Um,
my God.
I actually have four daughters in real life,
I was
but
gonna say you want. Oh
and
wow, you have
I
four
love my
daughters
daughters.
in
I love them.
real life. Oh, that must have been interesting playing this movie.
But
But anyway.
what it was interesting is my daughters and my wife did not like, because I would leave with that hair parted down the middle and my beard, and I would leave when not smiling, just doing the character because I was learning all those lines, and then I'd come back with that, and every time they were like, "Please, Dad, no, it's grossing me out," and they didn't even know what I was saying or doing. They didn't see the movie. They didn't come on set, so they'd all be freaked out just by me going to set and coming back with just that haircut. It wasn't anything. I chose that haircut, and I asked Corey, "Is this okay?" And he goes, "Yeah."
Oh,
And
that
it's
was
just,
you. That was all
yeah,
you.
the haircut was, well, the writing is all him.
Oh yeah,
So
no, the haircut, but
writing is
like
him,
the
and the direction,
aesthetic.
but the aesthetic, I was like, "Is this okay?" He goes, "Yeah, yeah." He was just cool with it, and the beard, and so I got to do that, and I loved it. And I loved his writing. His writing is so intense, and this, when I read the script, I was like, "Oh, this is good." And the fact that it was loosely based on some real events of some things that happened, I was creeped out and interested and intrigued. I don't remember exactly what it was, but we shot that 4 years ago. It's just coming
Wait,
out now.
really?
Yeah, it
Oh my
shot it just
God, wow.
we shot it just before the pandemic, and then I moved down here to Florida. I live here now, and yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
I have like 5 or 6 movies coming out this month, and Daughter is coming out with it. It comes out on February 10th in
Yeah.
theaters, in some theaters, and then February 9th on DVD. But then I also have Mad Heidi, which is out on madheidi.com, which is also winning awards. And I play a
Oh
crazy dictator.
yeah.
I play a crazy dictator on that one. You got to check that one out, because that's another cult film that's winning. It's won like all these film festivals. And then I have a kid movie, A Heart of a Champion, which is a horse movie, and then I have County Line No Fear with Tom Wampat from Dukes of Hazzard, out on Amazon right now, and Battle for Saipan out, and then I have Monsters of
Wow.
California with Tom DeLonge coming out. But all of this is all starting with premiere week for Daughter, which will be premiering on Thursday at Lamel, I think. So I might.
Amazing.
I'm gonna see if they're. I'm find out today if I come out for the premiere. So we'll see.
Amazing. Well, so you play father and you play like a cult leader in this film. And obviously you've been in a lot of genre films and you played a lot in like the genre horror, sci-fi, thriller space. What about this role was felt different for you, if it felt different from what you've done in the past?
Well, this film was all different. First of all, it was a preliminary. It was primarily a Vietnamese cast,
Yeah.
and Corey Deschamps is black, and he was the director and the writer, and so it picked people of color, and I was, I'm the minority on that set because I was the old man, old mean white man. That's what I was playing in that. But they were just so interesting and so. There was such, this was such a team effort for all of them putting this movie together, and I was just thrilled to be a part of it. And everything was, we shot it all on film, so it was old school. Like, I hadn't shot a film on
Yeah.
film since I don't know when. And then even the Polaroids they used were old Polaroid cameras, like the vintage original Polaroids, and even the old camera they had was like this old Nikon or Canon or whatever. It was just an old one that you had to do everything that. So it was so interesting, and all the props were all these old things from back in the day. He didn't want a lot of modern things. He had a couple things here and there, but it made it so. And in the wardrobe, everything was so creative. I loved it. It was such a different experience, a wonderful experience. Usually all these are on a movie set, but it was quite unique.
That's amazing. And like it's a small cast, it's a single location, but also it's it feels like a COVID movie, but it was shot before the pandemic, which I know a lot of comparisons have been kind of put there. Like, it's so wild. It feels like a COVID movie, but shot beforehand. And is it kind of weird to reflect on that after like filming it and seeing, unfortunately, kind of where the world has gone since filming?
So weird because it's also breathing the air outside, which is the COVID was getting everything,
Yeah.
it passed by breath. So yeah, it was quite interesting that you had almost like that foresight. I don't even know if you would call it that.
Yeah.
It is a weird coincidence because all
Yeah.
the other movies that I mentioned, I've shot while I was in COVID, while we were in
Yeah.
the pandemic, but that one was shot just before it all started. I think it had already started then. I just don't think it had been officially hit because that was shot in October, November of 2019.
Oh, okay. So you
So
were
I do
very
believe,
close.
yeah, and I had had
Spot.
a
Yeah.
cough. I was just finishing a cough that I had had for 3 months of an unknown virus. So September, I had this cough that I was just so sick and I
Oh,
couldn't get rid of
wild.
it. So
That's
I think
wild.
I had COVID back then, but I don't know. Even when I
Yeah.
was on set with all these, which is terrible. So
Yeah. But so you said you have four daughters. And did that like influence at all like how you were developing your role as father or even taking the role? Like was your role as a father of four daughters like affected at all like your performance in the film?
I hope not. That would be really terrifying for my daughter.
It's so scary to happen right now on Zoom.
I think my ex-wives would probably say, that's really him.
No.
That's why we're not married. My current wife would say, no, he just had a bad haircut. And
Incredible.
my daughter Grace, who's an actress, she's the one that's an actress. She's on Stranger Things. She was Chrissy. Have you seen Stranger
Oh,
Things?
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
You know
yeah.
Chrissy Wake Up? I don't get that's my
Wait, that's
daughter.
your? Wait, I didn't make that connection at all. She's Chrissy. Your daughter is Chrissy. Wake up.
Yeah, my daughter's Grace Van Dien, who was born during Starship Troopers.
Wait, that's wild.
Yeah,
Wait, that's so
20,
weird.
she was born 26 years ago. I mean, it's the 25th anniversary, but we filmed it 26 years ago. So yeah,
Wow.
she's Chrissy Wake Up. She's more famous
That's
than me.
how does that feel?
Awesome.
And also, like, congratulations on Starship Troopers 25 years. Of course, everyone like probably talks to you about how much they love Starship Troopers, but it's an incredible film.
You know, in Mad Heidi, the movie that's out right now on madheidi.com, they have references to Starship Troopers in it. And some of the guards had like one guard had a Verhoeven, one had a Rodriguez, one
No
had they
way.
had all these different directors' name tags. If you look at it, they even put Schenkel, which was my director of my Tarzan, Carl Schenkel, who was also Swiss German. They even put that on there. I mean, so that movie's there. And then Battle for Saipan is a military movie. That came out right now, and I think I got that because of Starship Troopers and Counting Line, No Fear, which with Tom. They're putting all these out because of Starship. Starship pretty much gave me my career. Paul Verhoeven and Ed Neumeyer and Sony and Disney gave me my career because they gave me that film. And so I continue to do these things in my life, and I keep getting to do movies, but I have some that are similar that do tributes to it. So even when I did Alita Battle Angel, Robert Rodriguez was like, "You're playing old man Rico, even though you're a muck and you're this drug addict guy that kills the girl in the wheelchair. You're," which was crazy, but it's still, a lot of people see me as Johnny Rico, and I love that.
That's
You know?
awesome. That's cool, especially after 25 years. That is cool to hear that, it's still.
I
But
can't go somewhere without somebody at least once time a day, at least one person going, "Rico, you want to live forever?" And I'll be like, "Yes, I do. I do."
I feel
Yeah,
like that's
so
fun and also might get old when you try to go out, but I understand.
it doesn't get old for me. I'm like the most repetitive and redundant person there is. I just say the same things over. It's interesting. My kids said this years ago, but my wife just said it again. My mom was saying some things and she did these different things, and my wife just turned around and goes, "It's so funny that Casper doesn't say anything original. He just repeats what you and my dad, my mom and dad, I just repeat everything they ever said. So I just do all these bad dad jokes, and I think my form of torture is different than father's. Mine is like bad dad jokes. Like the other day, I was wondering why the frisbee was getting bigger, and then it hit me.
On that incredible note, Casper, thank you so much for talking with me today about Daughter and all of your incredible work and a little bit about Starship Troopers. This has been lovely. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary Beth. I really appreciate the interview.